Shalom, family. It's your friendly neighborhood teacher, Elijah. I'm a healthy, wise, strong, protected celestial being that is loved by the Most High Creator. Family, we're going to start off with, just real quick, reading 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 16 through 33. I repeat, let no one take me for a fool, but if you do, then tolerate me just as you would a fool, so that I may do a little boasting. In this self-confident boasting, I'm not talking as the Lord would, but as a fool. Since many are boasting in the way the world does, I too will boast. You gladly put up with fools since you are so wise. In fact, you even put up with anyone who enslaves you or exploits you or takes advantage of you or puts on airs or slaps you in the face. To my shame, I admit that we were too weak for that. Whatever anyone else dares to boast about, I'm speaking as a fool. I also dare to boast about. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they Abraham's descendants? So am I. Are they servants of Christ? I am out of my mind to talk like this. I am more. I have worked much harder, been in prison more frequently, been flogged more severely, and been exposed to death again and again. 5 times I received from the Jews the 40 lashes minus 1. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was pelted with stones. 3 times I was shipwrecked. I spent a night and a day in the open sea. I've been constantly on the move. I've been in danger from rivers, in danger from bandits, in danger from my fellow Jews, in danger from Gentiles, in danger in the city, in danger in the country, in danger at sea, and in danger from false believers. I've labored and toiled, and have often gone without sleep. I've known hunger and thirst. I've often gone without food. I've been cold and naked. Besides everything else, I face daily the pressure of my concerns for all the churches. Who is weak, and I do not feel weak? Who is led into sin, and I do not inwardly burn? If I must boast, I will boast of the things that show my weakness. The God and Father of the Lord Jesus, who is to be praised forever, know that I am not lying. In Damascus, the governor under King Artus had the city of Damascus guarded in order to arrest me. But I was lowered in a basket from a window in the wall and slipped through his hands. Family, shalom. Look, I ain't been through everything Paul went through, so let's not even start off with a lie. But nonetheless, I done been through a lot, family. Just like you done been through a lot. I've been through a lot to get the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that I've obtained at this point in my life. I have. Look, people tried to take my life. I will say that. I've been in a lot of horrible situations, a lot of judgment, just a lot of crazy stuff. But I thank the Most High for a lot of it when I look back. Nah, I'm not going to say, I know that kind of sound crazy. I'm not going to thank how do I want to put this? I'm going to thank Most High for getting me through the test. I'm going to thank the Most High for standing with me as I walk through the fire. Because like I said before, I've been through a lot to get this wisdom and understanding that I've got at this point, at a somewhat young age that I am. So I'm going to boast right now. I'm going to boast and not just boast about what I've been through, but I'm going to boast about what the Most High has revealed to me, what the Most High has showed me. And I want to start off by just kind of giving some context. So yesterday, the Most High put spirits on my mind. The Most High put spirits on my spirit. And I called my mother to tell her about the thoughts that were on my mind. Because, I call my mom at times. I like to share things with her. She likes to hear the messages that the Most High get from me. So I want to share with her. No, I don't have proof of this. But, hey, it is what it is. You can believe me or not believe me. I mean, if you're watching my channel, especially if you're watching it for the umpteenth time, a lot of stuff I'll be sharing is the truth. It's stuff that's been on your spirit. Stuff that your spirit agrees with, things that you thought of. So I try my best not to lie, family, not to lead y'all astray, especially, because the whole Most High hold me accountable. And I ain't trying to be held accountable for leading people to hell. Like I always say, don't believe nothing I say, but read line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little and there a little. With all that getting, get understanding. Fast and pray. Ask the Most High if what I'm saying is a lie. But anyway, I digress. So I'm sitting there talking to moms yesterday, and I'm telling her about how the Most High has on my spirit the understanding of how it's like Harry Potter, family, or any magical movies you've watched before, or anime, whatever. There are literally spirits around us 24/7 everywhere. Remember, family, just like the Matrix, how everything is made of code? Well, for us with deeper understanding, everything is made of spirit. Because our Creator, the Alpha and Omega, the one who has always been, is made of literal spirit or ether or matter, whatever you want to call it. The Most High is made of spirit. So everything that we see right now in the physical was manifested from the spirit. So everything at its core is made from spirit. And because everything is made from spirit, everything is spirit. And wherever you go, whatever you touch, whatever you taste, whatever you smell, whatever you put in your mouth, whatever you listen to, whatever you see, understand you transfer spirits. You're transferring spirits all day long. When you sit in a chair, you transferring the spirit from that chair to yourself. When you shake someone's hand, you transferring spirits. If you go to Goodwill or hand-me-down stores like that, and you buy used clothes, remember, them items come with spirits. When people make you food and they having a bad day, or they don't like you because of the color of your skin, understand they transferring that hate and that anger, that animosity, that bias into your food, and you putting that food into your mouth. When they delete animals to make burgers, the spirit of that animal, that anger and that pain transfers with that meat that you about to put in your mouth. And this ain't me telling you not to eat meat. Shoot, I ate some beef yesterday, but I pray over it. And I'm still working on getting back to my vegan lifestyle, if I'm being honest. I need to. That's where we need to move to, family. I'm not making no excuses for it. But we really need to. We really need to move back. And it's also better for your spiritual growth. It's better for hearing the word, too, when you don't eat meat. But anyway, I digress. The spirit was just giving me this image of, show me this image. There's spirits everywhere. Imagine, family, and I've been having this conversation lately with people again and again about how, in the Bible, man is always talking about a church. And in today's world, man is still always talking about a church or a temple. We put so much thought into these buildings, these four-wall buildings built with man's hand. The vanity and pride of man is what a church is, what a temple is, really. Because if you remember reading the word, remember David wanted to build a temple for the Most High. The Most High didn't want it, but David kept asking, so the Most High allowed it. But then, no, he allowed his son. But what did the Most High tell David? He said, do you not understand that the earth is my footstool? Would you think I'm really about to live in this small old building when the earth is my footstool? The Most High didn't want a temple. There was a reason the tabernacle was first in the tent, family. And not just forever placed in one spot. Everything is made from the Most High. These temples are just a vanity. A temple is almost like a modern day representation of the Tower of Babel, the vanity of man. People keep talking about, oh, my church is holy, it is blessed. Did an angel come down and bless it? Did the Most High send a prophet from the past and anoint that building? Is the cloud of the Most High hanging over that building like it did over the tabernacle in the wilderness? If not, or a better one, when evil people walk into your temple, like in Maccabees 3, when the Greek king Ptolemy walked into the temple in Jerusalem, and the spirit took hold of him and shook him like a rag doll and made his whole body go paralyzed. Does that happen when unclean people walk into your temple? No. If no, then your place ain't as holy as you think it is. What makes temples holy today, or churches holy today, family, is the people within it, and the prayers that they bring with them, and the protection that they bring with them, not the building. And remember, I've said this before, family, in the Bible, that word church is a replacement for the term assembly. And what is an assembly? An assembly is where one or two people come together, assemble together for a purpose. And what does the word says? Where two or more come in my name, my spirit will abide. We assemble, family, on the street. When I go talk to a brother or sister in the street about the Most High, guess what? We assembling. The Most High is there. When I go to a brother or sister's home and we talk about the Most High, guess what? The Most High is there. When I'm at the grocery store and I talk to a brother or sister there and we talk about the Most High, guess what? The Most High is there. These buildings mean nothing. The true temple, family, is your body. And I need y'all to understand this, get this picture. Imagine you walking, especially like an old school small church. When you walk in that church to the front doors, them two double doors, right? Right in front of them two double doors is what? The aisle leading up the middle. And that aisle leads straight to what? The pulpit, right? At the other end of the church. And on either side of that aisle, on the left and the right, on both sides at the same time, is what? The pews, or the seats that people sit in. So I need you to look at your body as that temple, family, and understand that your temple has constantly got spirits going in and out of it all day long, from the things you eat, the things you touch, the things you watch with your eyes, the things you listen to. When you do these things, family, when you touch things, when you watch certain things, when you listen to certain things, when you eat certain things, when you do certain things, you give permission to spirits to enter your body. Even though you might not tell them and give them verbal permission, you're giving them permission to enter into your body. Like the vampires on TV, right? You know, you watch the movie The Vampires, and the vampire come knock on your door, you open it, but it stands at the front door until you do what? You invite it in. The things we do in life, family, we invite spirits into our temple. So imagine the pews in your temple if you was inside of your body. Well, and then keep in mind too, remember, your original form, you yourself are a soul, aka a spirit inhabiting this body. You yourself are possessing yourself. You're possessing this beast right now. I'm possessing this beast. I'm the one sitting at the pulpit. And as I'm looking, my church is constantly being filled with spirits. And this is important. This is why Yahushua is important, family. This is why having a relationship with the Most High Creator is important. And trying your best to fast and pray and always live and be in righteousness, to always be praying. Because as you do that, it helps keep your temple clean of unwanted spirits. It helps keep your temple protected from unwanted visitors. Because, family, it's like, remember growing up, they teach us about germs. What do they tell us? They tell us there are germs everywhere. There are germs all in our body, billions and trillions of them, right? But there are good germs and bad germs. The same thing for spirits. Although I don't necessarily believe in good and bad spirits, except within context. In general, no spirit is necessarily good or bad. Everything is created for the will or the good of the Most High Creator. But nonetheless, in this context, certain spirits, like certain germs. Look, there are certain germs that are bad in my body, but they're good for the environment, for their purpose. There are certain spirits that are good for my body, but then there are spirits that are good for the environment, but they're bad for my body and they should not be in my body. Or they're good for certain seasons, but they're not good for this season. So it is important to build your relationship with Yahushua, because Yahushua keeps you from becoming schizophrenic, from having multiple personalities, from all them different spirits that are inside your body. And I want to say this again, and I want to say this to the sisters. And if you take offense to this, hey, go ahead and cut the video off. Bye. You can leave. This ain't for you. But this is for my sisters with wisdom and knowledge and understanding. My sisters who are really seeking transcendence and understanding in the spirit of the Most High. Look up chimerism. I brought it up before. But chimerism is when a woman lays with a man and this man deposits his seed in her womb. Understand, his seed is absorbed into your bloodstream and goes straight into your brain, to your mind, to where what's in your mind? Your mind's eye, your pineal gland. Your body absorbs this man's DNA. And it stays, and some of it stays in there forever. It becomes literally a part of you. But the majority of it takes about 7 years for your body to eradicate it and send it out. But a lot of it stays with you, family. Remember, I want to say this again. To my sisters, when a man deposits his seed in your body, that man's seed stays in your body and becomes a part of your DNA. That man becomes a part of you. And this goes for brothers too. Listen what I'm saying and get understanding. Those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, see and listen. My sisters, understand, when you lay with multiple men, it is a detriment to your temple. You create life. Think about it. It's a blessing. I'm created literally in my mother's womb. I'm made of every inch of her cells. A life. This individual is made in the womb of my mother. What power that is. What a great blessing and a miracle that is. So you have to be careful about who you let inside your temple, because it will truly be detrimental to you. You will take, because you take on that man's DNA, you will take on some of his habits, some of his thoughts, his illnesses, the things he's been through. He's now depositing that in you, and now you got to deal with not only your family issues and possible generational curses, but now you got to deal with his. So understand, my sisters, this chimerism. You are a true temple to the Most High. You have a closer relationship with the Most High. Women, my priestess, you have a potentially closer relationship with the Most High than men. Because of your emotions, you have a closer. Let's just say it like this. A woman's antenna, which is another word, the Bible talks about a woman's hair. Why it's so beautiful. Remember, your hair is an antenna. And a woman's antenna is stronger than a man's antenna. This just is what it is. Why do you think so many women are involved in witchcraft? Because women have a stronger propensity in the spiritual realm and spiritual connection. This is why, brothers and sisters, we need to stand together in the temple when it comes to praising the Most High, because we both complement each other. Look, men are more, in my opinion, more disciplined when it comes to doing what we need to do. When it comes to seeking the Most High and making things happen. But women, when they really have that discipline, they tapped in. But a lot of times, like I said, we need each other. A man needs the woman because a man needs that, that motivation to seek the Most High. A woman is a man's motivation truly to seek the Most High. A man's family, a man's woman and the family he makes with her is his motivation to stay on the narrow path. Is his motivation to seek the Most High, to better himself for his family's sake. And a woman's motivation for getting closer to the Most High is the example of her husband and what he's doing. We need each other. We complement each other. We help each other. I hope that kind of made sense, right? And I'm not saying you need a person to be motivated. We should all be able to do it on our own. But most of us cannot, family. Remember, most of us are sheep. And there's nothing wrong with needing someone else. That's what does the word say? Man should not be alone, right? Anyway, family, look, I'm digressing. I don't want to get too far away. I spoke on that for a second. We complement each other. That's the point. Men and women, we complement each other on this narrow path. We do. Especially when two true believers in the Most High come together in prayer and action. We truly do complement each other. We help each other on this path. We help motivate each other on this path in different ways. And without getting deep into that, that's not what this message is about. We'll come back to that later. But anyway, coming back to my message. So the Most High showed me your temple, showed me the temple and your personal temple, about how the true temple, remember, the true temple is not these buildings. The true church is not these buildings. The true church and temple is the people. Me and you, family, make up the true body of the church. We make up the true temple. We are the temple. So we're held accountable by the things that we allow in our temple. And I just gave the picture of the different spirits that go in and out of your temple. Like I say, even at this moment, family, I'm full of spirits. You're full of spirits. We are all full of spirits, right? So anyway, I'm talking to my mother about this. And I get on YouTube, check out real quick, check messages, whatever, start my day off. And I come across, hold on. Give me a second, family. So, like I said, I go on YouTube to check. And I come across this video right here that Brother Judah, Big Judah, just made today. Or yesterday. Well, he posted it today. And in the beginning, he starts talking about how he's a pagan. And I agree with him. And you know what I also agree? I'm a pagan too, family. Low key. Look, if we going by the standards of modern day Christianity, I am a pagan. And you know what? I boast of it and I'm proud of it. Because when my people, when our Israelite people were in charge of the temple, guess what? Today, the people who consider themselves to be the true, like the Catholic Church and modern day Christians, they were the pagans back then. They were the pagans. And now they calling the originals pagans. But you know what? Like I said, family, I claim it. I am a pagan. If I'm compared to today's church and what today's church is, Christian church, yeah, I gladly claim I'm a pagan. Ain't got no problem with it. Because I don't want no part of what they doing today. These people claim that they are here representing the Most High. But when you look at they doctrines of man, they traditions of man, they leaven, they not even following the word. They not following the word. And if you really studying and know the truth, family, you know they not following the word. In reality, they're the pagans. They are the pagans. But you know what? For today's video and for the season of the world that I'm in now, shoot, I'm a pagan, yeah. I'm a pagan. And I proclaim it. I'm proudly a pagan. And one thing I noticed while I was watching this video, family, which hit my spirit, remember the numbers talk. First off, you see in the corner right here, 1144 or 144. This number, look, lately, family, I've been going through stuff and look, I've been going through stuff, but I'm also going to say it's a time. I'm also going to claim that I've been going through a time where the Most High been having me resting and on my heart about stuff before it was time for me to get back online. And the numbers, usually I be seeing numbers, and I've noticed a lot lately, the numbers, I haven't been seeing them. It's probably because my mind has been so distracted. My spirit's been distracted by my trials and things I've been going through. But as of late, something's changed as of late. And the numbers have been coming back to me. And 1144 is one of those. Like I said, I ain't got no proof of this necessary, but I know what I'm talking about right now is the truth. And 1144, 1144 itself are two numbers separately are big numbers. But then 144 and then 1144 is powerful, family. New beginnings in there. right? This is part of my life. But anyway, but now let's go back over to the video, right? So Big Judah talking about pagan. And when I paused this video, family, I paused it because I forget what I was thinking about at the time. But I didn't mean to charge it, to stop it at 117. That's just where it stopped at. So when I look back at the video, because I think, yeah, it's because he said pagan. Oh no, he was talking about spirits, and my mom was on spirits. That's why I stopped it. And I was like, look at, and I sent this video to my mom today. I said, Moms, look what Big Judah talking about today, what we was talking about yesterday. Remember, I was like, remember what I was telling you about yesterday? I told you the Most High put in my spirit, and here come Big Judah. Remember, when you in alignment with the Most High, his people who are also in the same alignment, y'all be on the same wavelength, family. So, like I said, I'm thinking about the spirits, and then I stopped for a second. First, I didn't notice 11:44 yet. I look at the screen in the 7, and I noticed 117, and then the video 17:17, and I'm like, and it just catches me. It hit my spirit hard, like 17:17. And you know what else I just noticed too while talking about this video? I didn't even notice. Big Judah's it says he's at 71.7K subscribers right now, or 717 or 17, right? And look, the same three numbers as what? 117. Family, this is not on purpose. I didn't do this on purpose. And then 1717. And family, and then I remembered something in my head, which I shouldn't forget this, but I'm also, like, remember what Paul was boasting of foolishness, and people, look, and he said I used to be a fool back in the day. And also, family, when I read that, I hope y'all picked up the spirit of today's people. We do like to prop up fools a lot in the world today. We prop up a lot of fools. You know, these celebrities and these politicians, these modern, these social media stars we put, bro, we prop up a lot of fools. And back in the day, look, I was one of them. I was never as bad as some of these people today. Look, honestly, I've never been like I ain't never fanned out for no man or woman. I've never fanned out for a person like, oh my God, nah. I've never been that bad. But, you know, I did put my energy into the wrong things back in the day, like we all have at some point or another, going through growing pains, right? But anyway, I remember when I was first getting into the Bible, family. So I'm gonna feign some of this to be ignorance, but everything happened for a reason. When I was first reading the Bible, family, when I first was jumping in my earlier 20s, when I first started reading it from cover to cover, I came across Jeremiah. Jeremiah, in this case, 17, verse 17. So Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 17. I had that verse tattooed on my chest, family. And matter of fact, my phone just went off at 118. And that's for a reason. I'm going to bring that up. I just got a text. As a matter of fact, it was just 117. So everything I'm talking about. So it's crazy. It's a matter of fact, let me show y'all on the screen real quick. Hold on. Ah, dang, you just hit 119. Anyway, whatever. I know what I'm talking about. So it was just 118. But the 18 and all that, hey, it's for, I'm bringing it up for a reason, family. There's a purpose. But anyway. So, like I said, the numbers talking again. They chirping at me again. But anyway, family, so I got Jeremiah 17:17 tattooed on my chest. It's the only tattoo I have. And I've actually asked the Most High. I've said, Most High, if you want me to get it removed, you know, bless me with the money to do so. I'll go get it laser removed. And I'm serious about that. But the Most High never put it on my spirit to do it. The Most High never gave me the money to do it. And also, too, family, getting a tattoo is not one of the biggest sins. And it don't mean you're going to go to hell for it. Really, your punishment from a tattoo, one of the biggest ones that people don't realize is as you get older, that mess gonna look ugly. You're not supposed to tarnish your temple by marking it, because as you get older, one day you're gonna look in the mirror and really you're gonna regret it. And remember, as we get older, we change, family. So people put a lot of symbols and a lot of things in their body, that by the time they get older, they don't even believe in these things no more. They don't even put no stock into it. So you just sitting there with this discolored, misshapen picture now in your body that you realize that's fading, that you realize, dang, I should never put that on me. And then also too, people putting the names of dead relatives on their body. And every time you look at their name, it brings up that sad memory. Remember, everything is spirit transfer, family. And then you might put names of certain people in your body. It's almost like making a spiritual contract with that person. You causing your body to manifest that person's spirit within yourself because you putting them on your body when they shouldn't be on your body. Cause and effect, family. You know, there's nothing that comes from nothing except from the Most High in the beginning. The Most High is not nothing, but remember in the beginning, everything was spirit. So in a way, you could say it was nothing, although the conscious, the Most High was there. It wasn't really nothing. Y'all have heard me explain this before, how the Most High is really nothing, but not in a negative way. It's truly in a righteous way, in a peaceful way, because if you ain't got nothing to worry about, you ain't got nothing to worry about. So the Most High Creator is the original peace. Is the original, I ain't worried about nothing. I got 90, the original, well, no, I ain't going to say that, because he didn't have no, Most High, well, not say he, but the creator, the Most High didn't have no problems in the beginning, because there was nothing to worry about. Anyway, so I got 17:17 tattooed on me, right? Jeremiah 17:17. And you know, it's funny, while I'm on the subject, I remember one day when I was going to church, I'm not saying I was going to church, but when I was taking a chance and people were inviting me to churches and I would go, at this time, this is like 2015 time frame, I think, and I was living in Dallas, Fort Worth area in Texas, and my sister's mother-in-law invited me to her, not her mother-in-law, her godmother invited me to church. And she'd always invite me, so I went. I didn't want to be disrespectful at the time. So I went, and I remember I think I had got up and spoke for a second podium. They asked for people if they had a word. I can't remember if that's what it was. But I remember that one of the sisters is a woman of color, an Israelite sister. It was a predominantly European church, but, you had people like us scattered around. But one of the sisters came up to me after I spoke. Well, I can't remember. I think it was after I spoke. I believe it was after I spoke. Yeah, it was. And she told me, she's like, either she told me you remind me of, or she said, you got the spirit of Jeremiah. I remember she said that. I was like, huh? She said Jeremiah. She's like, you like Jeremiah. And if I did speak, because I can't remember, something happened for her to come up to me. Yeah, I did. I went up there and spoke. I didn't speak on Jeremiah. I didn't say nothing about Jeremiah. I forget exactly what I said, but I said something. But I remember she came up to me and she's like, I see Jeremiah all over you. And at this time, I did have the Jeremiah tattoo, but a lot of times, family, I forget I have this tattoo, to be honest with you. But today, like I said, I was looking at this post by Big Judah, and I was looking at the timestamp on it, where I stopped it, not intentionally, at 1 minute 17 seconds, and also the whole timestamp where it says 17:17, right? And I looked at I'm looking at my chest, and I'm like, oh yeah, I go to the mirror quick. I'm like, okay, I do have Jeremiah 17:17. And my spirit's like, go to Jeremiah 17:17 in the Bible. So I'm reading it. You know what I realized, family? I don't have Jeremiah 17:17 tattooed. Well, I do have Jeremiah 17:17 tattooed on me, but it's not Jeremiah 17. It's not just Jeremiah 17:17. I have Jeremiah 17 and 18 tattooed on me. But remember, like I said, family, look, being in youth, I'm just getting a tattoo thinking at the time, man, if I'm going to get a tattoo, I'm going to get something that means something. And like I said, I wasn't deep in the word yet, so I wasn't at the part where, talking about or really acknowledging the part where it says don't get a tattoo. Like I said, I think I was 22 at the time when I got this tattoo. I was 21 or 22. I believe I was 22 when I got this tattoo. But anyway, and I got it written in Old English. But anyway, I got Jeremiah 17:17 tattooed on me, family, right? So Well, actually, like I said, it's Jeremiah chapter 17, verses 17 and 18, right? And notice something too when you look at this page also. I look to the right and there's another Big Judah video that's highlighted. Oh, well, no, it's the same one I'm on. But it's the Big Judah video that's highlighted right now. And look at the time that it has posted for the overall look. On the screen right here, the overall time is 17:17. But when you look to the right, right, it says 17:18. I'm just realizing something too, family. I got my personal you know what, let me know. Anyway, it says Big Judah 17 minutes and 18 seconds. And I see that right after I'm reading Jeremiah, right? 17, realizing, oh snap, I don't have 17:17. Because underneath the tattoo it says Jeremiah 17:17. And I'm looking at him like, it's not Jeremiah. It's not just Jeremiah 17. It's Jeremiah 17 through 18. So my tattoo is kind of a what's that word? Is it a misnomer? Anyway, so I'm looking at the picture a bit and it says 17:8. I'm like, it's 17:18. So, but let's keep going, family. I'm like, what? Right? And this is me still looking up. I was looking up meanings, trying to get some understanding. What's the Most High, the message, right? So I also go to, hold on, let me keep going. I go to, hold on. Where is this at? Oh, man. So I go to read, this is Jeremiah 17:17, right? And it says, Lord, do not desert me now. You alone are my hope in the day of disaster. Bring shame and terror on all who persecute me, but give me peace. Yes, bring double destruction upon them. That's what I have tattooed on me. Except I got it as 17:17. But it's actually 17 and 18. But I want to go ahead too, though, family. And because I thought to myself, why? Remember, I hope y'all kind of see what I'm saying, right? I had that tattooed on me the whole time. And it's like the word, when I went to look at it, it's showing me what's on my chest this whole time. And I don't even realize it. 17:18. So I decided also to go read. I'm going to keep going. And I'm also going to read 18. What I'm going through in my life right now. Well, actually, before I do that, let me read. I'm going to go ahead and read Jeremiah 17 in its entirety, right? So look, I hope y'all, family, this is an impromptu video. I'm really talking. So I hope y'all still with me. So anyway, we going to do Jeremiah 17. Judah's sin and punishment. And remember, the lady was, what did I say? I can't remember what I said that day at that church. But I think I remember it was one. Anyway, I digress. So let's read. We reading Jeremiah chapter 17, Judah's sin and punishment. The Lord says, my people act as though their evil ways are laws to be obeyed, inscribed with a diamond point on their stony hearts, or with an iron chisel on the corners of their altars. Even their children go to worship at their sacred altars and Asherah poles beneath every green tree on every high hill. I hope, family, y'all realize that's Christmas right there too. That pagan holiday, the true pagans and their holidays right there. Christmas, right? Oh, also, family, I hope you know something. What is it? 17, right? Another 7, 17, and then, yeah, there's another 7. But there's a 17. I'm just saying. This is... I mean, obviously, you know what? That's a given. Let me not say that. That's a given. Look. Anyway. Anyway, your Christmas tree is an Asherah pole. It's an Asherah pole, family. And you can actually go to, I believe it is Jeremiah or Ezekiel, where it talks about the foolish tools of man, where they take a tree and they fasten it down with nails and they decorate it with gold and silver, right? But anyway, let's keep going. Even their children go to worship at their sacred altars and Asherah poles. Remember, children. What do children love Christmas? Because they getting anyway, let me stop. Even their children go to worship at their sacred altars and Asherah poles, beneath every green tree and on every high hill. So I will give all your wealth and treasure together with your pagan shrines as plunder to your enemies, for sin runs rampant in your land. The wonderful inheritance I have reserved for you will slip out of your hands, and I will send you away as captives to a foreign land. For you have kindled my anger into a roaring fire that will burn forever. This is what the Lord says. Cursed are those who put their trust in mere humans and turn their hearts away from the Lord. They are like stunted shrubs in the desert, with no hope for the future. They will live in the barren wilderness on the salty flats where no one lives. Family, you know what? This kind of makes sense. But last night I had the Bible study with the Mormon missionaries again last night. They came to my house. And matter of fact, the girl, one of the missionaries has said, she's like, I don't know why we keep, she's like, you are the one person since I've started this whose house we've visited on so many occasions. Because they've been to my house like, they've come back to see me like 5-6 times by now, maybe 7. And she's like, we've never visited someone this much, but we keep coming back to your house. And she's like, it's for a reason. And we got into this question because she asked me she's inviting me, you know, as they do a missionary, she's inviting me to become baptized in the name of Jesus Christ in a church. And I told her that I cannot be baptized in the name of Jesus Christ at her church because 1, I've already been baptized, and 2, I've been baptized at least twice, and maybe 3 times. I don't remember for sure. It's possible it's 3, but I know for sure twice. And if it's just twice, so either the second or third time, this last time I was baptized, which is either the second or third time, but it's probably just the second time. I was baptized in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. And that means a lot to me, family. And I told her I could not in good conscience be baptized again because I was baptized in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach of Nazareth. And not in the name of Jesus Christ or Caesar Borgia. Not in the name of Zeus. Not in the name of Jesus. I cannot be baptized in the name of Jesus Christ when I know the truth now. I know the truth of the name of my Messiah, of my King. But then I also told her after that, and as I say this, look, they've been very respectful to me. So I ain't got nothing against them. Matter of fact, I appreciate the company. I appreciate the situation where they've given me the chance to work on my patience with people. They've given me a chance to pour out into people, to minister to people. Who knows, family? I might be making I might be creating a BOMB within their own organization because they got one of the real Israelites. They got one of the real priests, the original children of Most High ministering to them. So I planted seeds. So one day they might be sitting in service and listening to them speak and be like, yo, y'all in here lying. They might cause contention within the enemy camp because I done planted seeds in this BOMB. So who knows why the Most High doing this? But anyway, you know, let the Most High will be done, right? Sometimes, you know, we just trust in the Most High and don't be so arrogant and listen. Do more listening and talking and only talk when the Most High have you talk. You do wondrous things, right? But anyway, one of the things I told them, and it's coming back to my spirit, is I also said I don't use the word friend. I don't call everybody my friend. Back in the day, I did when I was younger, but as I got older, I realized, like, and I've said this before, family, I don't like people overuse these words love and friend, and we don't even know what they mean. Most people don't even understand what real love is. Most people don't even understand what a real friend is. People be talking about everybody they friend. People be talking about they just met somebody at the store and had a 2-minute conversation. And all of a sudden, oh, this is my friend. No, they not, bro. Stop calling these people your friend. These people are not your friend. And the Most High is like the Most High has done something. Maybe it's because part of it's too because I got the 1717 tattooed on my chest. Or like the lady said, you remind me, you got the spirit of Jeremiah on you. Is that I've learned from the word, family, the word taught me how to be a man. My daddy didn't teach me how to be a man. Nobody in my family taught me how to be a man. The Most High taught me how to be a man through the word. And I believe in the word with all my heart. And it just said, trust in no man. And I told them last night, the word taught me, one of the reasons I use the word friend, because whenever I use the friend, look, I get to know people and people like me so much, they oh, you my friend. They be like, why don't you ever say you my friend? I'm your friend. It's like people, they be wanting me to call them they be wanting me to call them they friend. And I just be looking at them like, no, I'm not going to do it. Because every time I call someone my friend, they turn on me. And they show me they not my friend. And the word says, we just read right here, trust in no man. And I trust in nobody but the Most High. Like I said before, I've told my own mama I don't trust her. Shoot, but I don't even trust myself. With the poisons I put in my body, eating food I shouldn't, the desires I have, I don't even trust myself, family. I only trust the Most High. And the Most High has got me through so much. Not off my own will. No, if it was on my own will, I wouldn't be where I am. This is off the will of the Most High, the grace and mercy of the Most High. All praise to the Most High. I trust only the Most High, not even myself. And when I say I don't trust in my mother, once again, family, don't look, my mother's not a horrible person. Look, if I was going to trust somebody, my mother has shown me enough that she is somebody that I could trust. But I'm not going to say I trust her because words have power and the word says trust in nobody. But I have faith in my mother because my mother has shown me, like I said, I'm an action man. And like I told him last night, my actions speak louder than words to me. I said if I had a problem with you, we had an issue, you wouldn't be on my porch. Family, best believe, when I don't like you, I don't want you nowhere near me. I don't want you on my porch. I don't want you in my face. I ain't got nothing to say to you. And matter of fact, one of the people most recently, two of the people who always talk about calling me their friend, neighbors I got, one of them, I broke my hand recently, and well, it's getting better. You see, it's right here. I had a stint on it for a good minute. But he, the main one, talking about, oh, I'm your friend, and he the one that attacked me. And I punched him and broke my hand. And he one of the main ones talking about that he my friend, I'm your friend. He always says, so I know you don't say the friend word, but I consider you a friend. And then what did he do? He attacked me. And I never called him my friend. I always told him, I don't say that word. But now I know for sure. And I was thinking the other day looking at him, right? And I'm like, yeah. And you all be talking about you my friend, right? But I remember everything you said to me the other day when you attacked me, right? When you came up to my house. You wanted to threaten me. And hey, let's just say, fam, I took care of it, though. Look, I'm not proud of it. I'm just telling you, man, let me get off of that. Look, at the end of the day, I handle business. Let's just say that, even though I broke my hand. But it was for a reason, because I got some confirmation on that. I ain't never broke a bone in my life, family. I done sprained my foot before, but I ain't never broke a bone. And then all of a sudden, I break my hand. Not a big break. It wasn't a major break. But it wasn't so major I had to get a cast. It was a minor break to where I only had to do a stint. But I'm good now. It's still a little sore. But anyway. And then I got another neighbor who be always talking about friends. And he got drunk a few weeks back. And got in my face. And you know, I had to get up and walk. It's an older man. And, you know, I was like, whatever, and I got up and walked away. But he always talking about friends. And that very night, too, he was talking about, oh, you know, I'm your friend and friends. And I just be like, when people, family, especially when grown people, when they be talking about you, my friend, I be looking at them crazy. I'm like, man, you ain't realized that everybody ain't your friend right now, by now? Family, the best example of a friend, I'm going to say this again, is Jonathan and David in the Bible. And matter of fact, they were so close as friends, it almost make them seem like they was the G-A-Y word, which I rebuke, which they weren't. But the Most High taught me that a true friendship, family, a true friend is very intimate. It's like a true friend, like a woman and woman, or man and man. A true friend is very intimate. It's almost like the same relationship that a man and woman have, minus the sexual part. I'm not talking about no GAY stuff, but I'm saying, like your wife or your spouse or your husband, you tell them everything. You close to them. You're 100% comfortable with them. That's the same thing for a man and man friendship and woman and woman friendship. I'm sorry. I don't believe a man and woman can be close friends like that. I'm sorry, I don't. And if they are close friends like that, they ought to be married. So that's just me, family. From what I know, my wisdom, and honestly, I know I'm right. Ain't no man and woman can be that. Look, I'm not going to say never. Never say never. But the majority of y'all cannot have no friendship like that with the opposite sex. I'm sorry. It's a very special kind of people that can do that. It's very rare if it is possible at all. Because it's just, you cannot, because a true fan, like I said, you can be naked and it's not sexual. Let's just say maybe y'all at the gym and now y'all taking a shower. Or maybe y'all both in the same football team or vice versa for women. So like I said, it's not GAY. I'm just looking at life and how things work. But when you really look at a true friendship, it's just as intimate as a relationship between a man and woman. Once again, minus the sexual part. Don't take your dirty minds there. So anyway, so that's how you know a true friend, family. And I tell people all the time, I think it's disrespectful for me to sit here. If I will look, even though I'm not a person to go around calling people friend, I tell people, look, I think it would be disrespectful for me to call you my friend. Because I have not proved to you that I'm your friend. Nor have you, vice versa, proved to me that you're my friend. We ain't known enough long enough and been through enough for me to prove myself to you. So before you throw that word around, talking about I'm your friend, because look, you come to my door or some BS, I ain't trying to look, I'm going to tell you, hey, bro, you need to go handle that somewhere else. I ain't want nothing to do with that. So I guess what? I done showed you I'm not your friend. Because a real friend is going to be ride or die through whatever. And bro, we not close like that. I'm going to tell you real quick, like we cool. Look, I say I have a lot of acquaintances. I have a lot of close acquaintances. So anyway, I don't use that friend word. I know I didn't digress a lot, family. But I just want to talk. Look, we talking. We chopping it up, okay? Look, we just chopping it up. So anyway, this is what the Lord says. Cursed are those who put their trust in mere humans and turn their hearts away from the Lord. They are like stunted shrubs in the desert with no hope for the future. They will live in the barren wilderness of the salty flats where no one lives. But blessed are those who trust in the Lord and have made the Lord their hope and confidence. They are like trees planted along a riverbank with roots that reach deep into the water. Such trees are not bothered by the heat or worried by long months of drought. Their leaves stay green and they go right on producing delicious fruit. The human heart is most deceitful and desperately wicked. Who really knows how bad it is? But I know. I, the Lord, search all hearts and examine secret motives. I give all people their due rewards, according to what their actions deserve. Like a bird that hatches eggs, she has not laid. So are those who get their wealth by unjust means. Sooner or later they will lose their riches, and at the end of their lives will become poor old fools. But we worship at your throne, eternal, high and glorious. O Lord, the hope of Israel. All who turn away from you will be disgraced and shamed. They will be buried in a dry and dusty grave, for they have forsaken the Lord, the fountain of living water. O Lord, you alone can heal me. You alone can save. My praises are for you alone. People scoff at me and say, what is this message from the Lord you keep talking about? Why don't your predictions come true? Lord, I have not abandoned my job as a shepherd for your people. I have not urged you to send disaster. It is your message I have given them, not my own. Lord, do not desert me now. You alone are my hope in the day of disaster. Bring shame and terror on all who persecute me, but give me peace. Yes, bring double destruction upon them. Family, that speaks volumes to me right now as I look back on this tattoo and at my life. Oh, that's, man, oh, hold on. I'm going to get it this time. Look, 144. Look at it. As I look up, wasn't even paying attention. 144. Hey, message, family. Message that, hey, I'm here to deliver the word for the Most High. I don't care what nobody say. I'm living in my purpose. I'm a teacher of the Most High. And you can listen to me or not. Everything I be telling y'all, for the most part, is the truth. I'm going to say for the most part because I might be telling a lie and don't know it. You know, sometimes we at a point of understanding where we think something's true and because we be so excited and say this is the truth. And then the Most High give us more information later. And, you know, then we realize, okay, maybe that wasn't the truth. But for the most part, family, I don't be trying to lie to y'all. I don't. I be telling y'all the truth as the Spirit be telling me. Come on now. Look, all praise to the Most High. If you don't know what I'm talking about, hey, it is what it is. But I know. All praise, I'm boasting. Look, anyway, the numbers be talking. But everything I just read, family, should give everybody, like, It speaks volumes of the world that we in right now. Everything we going through. Everything you see online and social media, everything you see that people be doing around you, these worldly people, family, all in their flesh. And this is also saying about the time we in now, that Big Judah be talking about a lot too, about all these rich people, all these people up in high places right now, these celebrities, these athletes, these politicians, all these people with their ill-gotten gain. They about to be poor. They about to be stripped, just like in Exodus, where the Egyptians gave all their gold, all their silver, all their valuable things as the Israelites as they left bondage, as they left Egypt. That's about to happen again, family. Mark my words. As it said, why don't your predictions come true? My prediction is coming true, family. Watch. We about to strip the enemy, and they gonna give it to us willingly, because the Spirit of the Most High is gonna come upon them, and it's gonna strip them. They giving us all their gold, all their silver. They giving us back our land. They giving us everything because it belongs to us. Because this land was given to us by the Most High. This is our land of inheritance. We've been persecuted so long by these people. And family, what was I reading? Remember, family, we just did I've been posting these new books, right? And I want to thank once again the sister Panita, who sent me these books. A good long time watcher of mine, who sent me these books. She listened to the Spirit of the Most High tell her to send me these books, right? Remember these books, right? Remember, Big Judah said we pagans. Remember, I read this one, and I've been reading this, right? And I was reading Nephi. Hold on, let me pull it up. I was reading Nephi chapter 1, verses First Nephi chapter 11, and I'm gonna go to hold on, let me see if I can bring it up. Okay, and it says, and this is First Nephi, the Book of Mormon, chapter 13, and I'm at verse 5. And the angel said unto me, behold, the formation of a church, which is most abominable above all other churches, which slayeth the saints of God, yea, and tortureth them, and bindeth them down, and yoketh them with a yoke of iron, and bringeth them down into captivity. And then I was reading this. Family, this is what the church is doing to our people. Look, when they was having the Inquisition, family, once again, they wasn't out there persecuting their people, as Big Judah would say, their Psalms 83 allies or their vassals. They weren't persecuting, as they try to make you think, really other Christians. They were persecuting us, the Israelites, the so-called Jews. Well, or Jews, or Judens, with a Y, not a J. There was no J back then. I mean, there was during the Inquisition. But before then, remember, they didn't perverted everything. Judens. We were Judens, Judeans, with a Y, not no J. We were Yahuda, the Yahudim. They were persecuting us as witches. Because we had what? We had power. Yahushua, whether you believe it or not, was a magician. Yahushua went to the schools in Egypt and studied under the magicians of Egypt. Family, come on now. And my mother gave this to me one day. She said, the Most High told me to give you this. I don't know why. Yahushua had a stick. Moses had a stick. Elijah had a stick. Shoot, Gandalf had a stick. Boy, come on now. What the? Okay, we're not throwing Gandalf in there, but come on, family. Like for instance, these Christians be talking about they don't believe in magic and it's a sin to do it, right? But they be doing sin all day long themselves. Family, y'all ever know how sometimes churches will have like little prayer meetings, and what do? They walk in a circle around the church praying. What do you think they doing? They doing a spell. They're chanting prayers, placing a hedge of protection around that neighborhood, around that church. They doing magic. Family, when you take sacrament, it's a spirit. They call it. It's a ceremony. It's a magical ceremony. What are you doing? You drinking juice, which represents what? The blood of a man spilled. And then you eat bread, which represents what? The flesh of a man that you eating. All to do what? To sign a spiritual covenant, or aka a contract with an invisible man that you don't see. And then you say you're going to take on his name and walk after him. Who? Yahushua, who was a magician and had a staff. You doing magic. When you get baptized in water, it's a magical ceremony. It's magic. Family, when you do magic, it's ceremonies where you do things that represent certain, you do symbolic gestures that represent certain things. Family, just, and even Christians, they be talking about the Masonic Lodge. Did any of y'all see that video of one of the Masonic Lodge people who recorded one of those secret ceremonies they were doing? And what they were doing, and they showed the ceremony where they were copying the murder of a builder of Solomon's temple, where they were doing a ritualistic, symbolic ritual of recreating the scene of one of the builders of Solomon's temple being murdered, right? It's magic, family. They're invoking these spirits, family. When we take sacrament, or when we get baptized, we're invoking the spirit of Yahushua, the Christos, to come upon our life. You're doing magic. Family, when you lay your hands on people and pray Him, you're doing magic. What are you talking about? We've all been lied to. You're being fooled. And look, and as I'm saying this ain't me telling nobody go out there and go buy no grimoires and go start doing stuff you ain't supposed to do. Because if you go do that, remember I told you your body's a temple. And you getting spirits all day. You go messing around with something that's not meant for you because you ain't proved yourself to the Most High. You ain't no Moses. You ain't no Elijah. You ain't no Yahushua. Go mess around with something that ain't meant for you, and you're going to mess your life up. You're going to mess because it's not meant for you. You have to go through the fire. You have to be tested. The Most High is not giving you certain powers until you've been tested and proved that you can be trusted. You got to show that you're not going to use the gifts that the Creator give you just for your own selfish gain. You're not going to be using these gifts to go hurt people. This is why people go messing around with magic stuff and they're not supposed to. And they get hurt. They get possessed by evil spirits. Well, I'm not going to say evil because I don't believe they're evil. Look, when it comes, I don't even like this demon word. Family, look, everything was created by the Most High. What demons really are, family, are they are guardians of things that you and I are not supposed to be messing with. Unless you have the proper covering and you've been tried and tested by Yahushua the King, the master magician, the high priest king. There are certain things you're not supposed to do. There are certain chambers you're not supposed to walk in unless you have that covering. Because if you walk in that chamber without covering, family, that so-called demon is going to attack you. And it's going to make your life hell to the point where it could take your life. Because you're not supposed to be there in the first place. You ain't supposed to be some low-level so-called Christian. Or some low-level so-called atheist or Satan worship walking in the chambers you ain't got no business in. Why? Because that demon is given permission to attack you. Because remember the Bible, how it talks about whenever Yahushua comes around, the demons bow to him. If you have the covering of Yahushua, remember the Bible also talks about not going to certain realms without the covering and permission of Yahushua the Most High. Why? Because you need that protection. So when you have the covering of Yahushua and you enter certain chambers, them demons do what? They bow to you. They run before you. Why? Because they know that you have the permission of Yahushua and the Most High to be there. So go ahead and mess around and do something that you ain't ready for. Do something that the Most High didn't give you permission to do, and watch yourself get in trouble. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I know it's long, but I'm talking. But I'm just explaining this to y'all, family. Look, we having a talk. We talking. Look, we talking imano, man to woman, woman to man. We talking. We having a personal conversation, me and you right now. We cool. We peoples, right? We people. So we being honest, right? We talking right now. That's what we doing. So anyway, hold on. No, yeah, I digressed a lot. Let me just get back. Anyway, so we gonna pick back up at We reading 17. Now we picking up at 17, Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 19. Then the Lord said to me, go and stand in the gates of Jerusalem, first at the gate where the king goes out, and then at each of the other gates. Say to all the people, listen to this message from the Lord, you kings of Judah, and all you people of Judah and everyone living in Jerusalem. This is what the Lord says. Listen to my warning and live. Stop carrying on your trade at Jerusalem's gates on the Sabbath day. Do not do your work on the Sabbath, but make it a holy day. I gave this command to your ancestors, but they did not listen or obey. They stubbornly refused to pay attention and would not respond to discipline. But if you obey me, says the Lord, and do not carry on your trade or work on the Sabbath day, and if you keep it holy, then this nation will continue forever. There will always be a descendant of David sitting on the throne here in Jerusalem. Kings and their officials will always ride among the people of Judah in chariots and on horses, and this city will remain forever. And from all around Jerusalem, from the towns of Judah and Benjamin, from the western foothills and the hill country and the Negev, the people will come with their burnt offerings and sacrifices. They will bring their grain offerings, incense, and thanksgiving offerings to the Lord's temple. But if you do not listen to me and refuse to keep the Sabbath holy, and if on the Sabbath day you bring loads of merchandise through the gates of Jerusalem, just as on other days, then I will set fires to these gates. The fire will spread to the palaces, and no one will be able to put out the roaring flames. Family, look, I'm going to call myself out on this one too. This is a reminder to me that I need to do better on the Sabbath, because I'm not going to lie, if I need to go to the store, I go to the store. But I need to stop doing that. I need to take care of my business. And I know this is horrible for me saying that, especially with all the Most High. Look, I ain't never said I was perfect, because I'm not. And it's not an excuse. I'm not saying I'll be tripping. But especially this message today, this is a reminder to me. The only work that I should be doing on the Sabbath is the only work you're allowed to do on the Sabbath. Well, look, at the end of the day, family, like I always say, Most High gives free will. You can do what you want. But this is what you should do. You should stay in alignment and not be buying and working on the Sabbath. And the only work you should be doing the Sabbath, if you do it, is if it's work for the Most High. Now, if the Most High told you to go build a house for one of his people or something, that's different. That's the Most High's work. But you shouldn't be doing it for yourself or for money or gain. Y'all get what I'm saying. For like instance, I could be doing this on the Sabbath. I could be studying. I could be researching. That's not work. That's work. That's not like regular work. That's work for the Most High. Right? I'm not expecting to get paid for telling y'all the truth. This truth is free. It's just for you to look inside yourself to answer the truth and search the scriptures yourself. But anyway, this is a sign for all of us. And also too, remember, we on the wrong calendar anyway, family. We not going by our ancestors' calendar who went by a lunar calendar. So technically, if we going by the lunar calendar, sometimes the Sabbath is on Saturday, sometimes it's on Monday, sometimes it's on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. If we going by the lunar, because remember back in the day it was day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. It wasn't Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday like they have us doing the Gregorian calendar. So technically, when we be doing the Sabbath on Saturday, talking about it's Friday, Saturday, from 6 to 6, that's a lie. Or just on Saturday, that's a lie. When they say on Sunday, that's definitely a lie. I mean, technically, we all wrong if we want to be honest. The Sabbath falls on different days of the week if you're going by the true calendar, which is the lunar cycle, the 13th month calendar. Right? I'm just throwing that truth out there, family. I ain't talking about this in a minute, but that's the truth. But, as the word says, judge not a man on what day he chooses to honor the Sabbath, because we all in different situations. So whatever day you could do the Sabbath, whatever day you have a day off, whether it's from 6, let's say 6 from Friday to 6 on Saturday, if you have that day to do Sabbath, do it. But let's say you work on Friday, but you have Saturday off and you got to work on Sunday. Then take that whole Saturday and take that Saturday. That whole Saturday is your Sabbath. Do what you can to honor the Most High. Just be, as they say, just be, what's the word? You got to be, what's that word? You have to be, when you do something over, not religious, be consistent with it. Whatever day you tell the Most High, then do it. Even if your only off day is let's say Tuesday and Wednesday, then you do the Sabbath from 6 on Tuesday to 6 on Wednesday. And every now and then, Without you knowing it, it will be the true Sabbath at that time. Because the true Sabbath, like I said, by lunar cycle, falls on every day of the week at some point or another. And it's from 6 sundown to sun up. Yeah, from sundown to, well, not sun up, because sun is up by 6. But it's from 6 to 6. It's from 6 p.m. the night before to 6 p.m. the evening the next day. That's the Sabbath. That's the true Sabbath. That's the true Sabbath times. Anyway, I digress again. But let's go ahead and get back. So also, once again, but my spirit also said, as I'm reading this, and I'm going to go back to the Big Judah real quick. Remember, 17:18, right? So my spirit said, go back to Jeremiah 17. What comes after 17? 18. I really have on my chest what? Jeremiah 17:18. Not 17:17 is not tattooed on me. I have Jeremiah 17:18 tattooed on me, even though I have 17:17 on my chest. But anyway, so, and then Big Judah's video, once again, right here, it says what? 17:18. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read chapter 18. And I ain't read this in so long, family. It's been a minute since all my other readings, so I haven't read it before you. So I'm going to see what message the Most High has for me, has for us, as I go through and read this right now with y'all. So let's see. We're going to read The Potter and the Clay. I'm reading from a different book, family, but y'all go ahead and read it on the screen. And I'm going to read from my Bible in front of me. So, the potter and the clay. Well, mine says the potter and the clay. This says at the potter's house. Mine says the potter and the clay. The Lord gave another message to Jeremiah. He said, go down to the shop where clay pots and jars are made. I will speak to you while you are there. So I did as he told me and found the potter working at his will. But the jar he was making did not turn out as he had hoped. So the potter squashed the jar into a lump of clay and started again. Then the Lord gave me this message, O Israel, can I not do to you as this potter has done to his clay? And the clay is in the potter's hand. So are you in my hand? If I announce that a certain nation or kingdom is to be uprooted, torn down, and destroyed, but then that nation renounces its evil ways, I will not destroy it as I had planned. And if I announce that I will build up and plant a certain nation or kingdom, making it strong and great, but then the nation turns to evil and refuses to obey me, I will not bless that nation as I had said I would. Therefore, Jeremiah, go and warn all Judah and Jerusalem. Say to them, this is what the Lord says. I am planning disaster against you instead of good. So turn from your evil ways, each of you, and do what is right. But they replied, don't waste your breath. We will continue to live as we want to, following our own evil desires. Then the Lord said, has anyone ever heard of such a thing, even among the pagan nations? My virgin Israel has done something too terrible to understand. Does the snow ever melt high up in the mountains of Lebanon? Do the cold flowing streams from the crags of Mount Hermon ever run dry? These can be counted on, but not my people, for they have deserted me and turned to worthless idols. They have stumbled off the ancient highways of good, and they walk the muddy paths of sin. Oh, my bad. Therefore, their land will become desolate, a monument to their stupidity. All who pass by will be astonished and shake their heads in amazement at its utter desolation. I will scatter my people before their enemies as the east wind scatters dust. And in all their trouble, I will turn my back on them and refuse to notice their distress. Family, hold on. I'm gonna go back real quick and I want to read something again. This is talking about our people and where we are right now because of what our choices, the choices we've made, who we prop up over us, family. Remember, we act as fools today, boy. We act as straight up fools. Hold on. I won't go back. I repeat, let no one take me for a fool, but if you do, then tolerate me just as you would as a fool, so that I may do a little boasting. In this self-confident boasting, I'm not talking as the Lord would, but as a fool. Since many are boasting in the way the world does, I too will boast. What many are boasting in the way the world does, you gladly put up with fools, since you are so wise. In fact, you even put up with anyone who enslaves you, or exploits you, or takes advantage of you, or puts on airs, or slaps you in the face. To my shame, I admit that we were too weak for that. Hold on, hold on. Hold on a minute. Rewind it. Take it back. And we about to go, hold on. We gonna go right back to, hold on. Right back to 17, right? Chapter 17. Was it 17? Hold on. Like a bird that hatches eggs she has not laid, so are those who get their wealth by unjust means. Sooner or later they will lose their riches, and at the end of their lives will become poor old fools. No. Hold on. Well, that too. And the Lord says, my people act as though their evil ways are laws to be obeyed, inscribed with a diamond point on their stony hearts, or with an iron chisel on the corners of their altars. Even their children go to worship at their sacred altars, as sheer poles beneath every green tree and on every high hill. So I will give all your wealth and treasures together with your pagan shrines as plunder to your enemies, for sin runs rampant in your land. The wonderful inheritance I have reserved for you will slip out of your hands, and I will send you away as captives to foreign land, for you have kindled my anger into a roaring fire that will burn forever. So family, once again, I'm giving more confirmation of what I'm reading. This is where we at right now. This is a final warning I'm giving to the people, especially to the people of the Israelite nation by blood. This is your final warning to change your ways, to leave Babylon, to come out of her. Not just physically, but first we got to come out of Babylon mentally and spiritually. And then we will come out it physically. But don't let this time pass you by, family, because the physical time is coming. And don't let that time where the physical time is coming to leave out of Babylon, but you still stuck mentally and spiritually. Because I'm going to tell you right now, ain't going to be no repeat of the first time with Moses. Because remember when Moses took the people into the wilderness the first time, right? Remember, every time something went wrong, they was about to stone them and kill them. Right? Ah, dang it. Hold on, is my sound not working? I hope my sound is working. It said my sound. Dang it. Hold on, family. Hold on. What is going on? Okay, I think y'all can hear me now, right? I think y'all can hear me. I hope y'all can hear me. Close. Come on. Okay, there we go. Hello. I think y'all can hear me now, right? Okay, y'all can hear me. Anyway. I need love and affection. O-V-E-E. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, it looked like it working. But anyway, family. Oh, dang, my screen froze. I hope the whole thing. Okay, well, you look. Y'all not going to be able to see my beautiful face no more because the other screen messed up. But oh, well. It's all good. You don't need to see me no more anyway. It's about the message. But anyway. Dang it, I don't want to go no more. But I don't want to make this a two-part video. I want to be one. Anyway, so I'll talk about, look, if the sounds did, in the name of the Most High Creator, Most High, touch my system right now. Touch my computer. Bring the sound back. The enemy not going to stop this message, Most High. The enemy not going to stop this message. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach of Nazareth. Microphone, I command you to work. Microphone, I command you to work. The word says that all I need is the faith of a mustard seed. I have the faith of a mustard seed. My microphone is working right now. My microphone is working. You're working. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach of Nazareth, I declare and I decree the sound works, that the people can hear me. The enemy will not stop this message. My sound works. My sound works. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. I have faith. Anyway, we're going to keep going. But anyway, family, what was I saying? I digressed too much. Now I didn't forgot. The message. Okay, where is he at? Man, I'm not gonna lie. When I was stationed in Korea, family, look, I'm not proud of myself. But I remember that song used to play in the club. I remember, boy, I don't even do the wrong. I don't mean to give you the wrong impression. I just need your love and affection. Oh, okay. I know. Forgive me. I done had that song stuck. Oh, yeah. Look. Hey, you know what? I dedicate that song to the Most High. I need your love and affection. Oh, 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 L-O-V-E-E-E-E. I don't want to give you the wrong impression, but I need your love and affection. Oh, oh. Hey, forgive me, family. Look, anyway, you know you get them songs stuck in your head. But anyway, Israel, you old sinful ASS ninjas. And I'm playing. Forgive me. I'm trying not to cut. I'm good. Forgive me, Most High. Forgive me. Look, don't take away listeners, because look, I'll be real, fans. You know how I be. Look, we having a conversation. You look. Anyway, so family. Anyway, let me get serious. Woosah. This is where people are right now, family. We just got to get back to the Most High, yo, for real. And this season, like I was saying before, that's what I was talking about. It's not going to be like Moses again this time. Because remember what happened when Moses took our ancestors in the wilderness the first time, right? Remember they ended up having to do a whole 40 years because of they lack of faith and they stiff-neckedness and hard-hearted. It's not going to be this. It's not going to be that again this time. It's not going to be, because remember, every time they got in the hard times, what was they about to do to Moses? They was about to stone him. It's not going to be like that this time. You're not going to get no chance to stone me or any other teacher or prophet sent by the Most High. You're not going to get that chance. It's not going to happen. So get your mind right, family. Get your spirit right. So that when time comes to exit us out of Babylon, out of bondage, to leave these cities, to go into the wilderness to worship the Most High, which is coming in whatever shape or form it does, be ready. Because remember, that's the time when Abraham's prayer for Lot is going to come true. Remember when Abraham asked the Most High, if there's even one righteous person, will you spare the city? And then the Most High went there and there wasn't even one. Not even Lot. But because Lot had the favor of Abraham and Abraham had the favor of his friend, the Most High, Lot was spared. But you remember what happened after Lot left Sodom and Gomorrah? The city was destroyed. The city was destroyed. I'm going to take y'all back to the story of the farmer who sowed seed in good soil. Remember, it comes to the part where it talks about some of the seeds fell in good soil and they grew exponentially, but they were also sown in with the weeds. And then one of the farmhands said, should we pull out the weeds? And the head farmer said no, because if you pull out the weeds right now, you might possibly also pull out the good grain with the weed. So let them all grow together. And when it comes time to sow, we'll take the grain out. So understand, right now, family, a lot of these cities are being spared because we are within them, because the children of the Most High are keeping them protected. The Most High says he makes it rain on the good as well as the bad. And right now, the enemy is being rained on and they're getting their blessings because we're in their midst. But one day, family, when we and those who cling unto us exodus out of these places, guess what's coming right after us, family? Destruction. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah. So heed this warning that I'm sending forth to you right now, crying out loud to the Most High's people. Get your mind and spirit ready to go, family. Cause your mind and get your mind and spirit exodus out of this beast system before it's too late. But let's keep going. I digress. I need your love and affection. All right, now let's continue with 18, right? Where did I stop? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Oh, no. That's not in the right place. Hold on, family. My bad. I'm all over the place. Okay, so here we go. Then the people said, come on, let's find. I'm at 18, family. Then the people said, come on, let's find a way to stop Jeremiah. We have our own priest and wise men and prophets. We don't need him to teach the law and give us advice and prophecies. Let's spread rumors about him and ignore what he says. Lord, help me. Listen to what they are planning to do to me. Should they repay evil for good? They have set a trap to kill me. Though I pleaded for them and tried to protect them from your anger. So let their children starve. Let the sword pour out their blood. Let their wives become widows without any children. Let their old men die in a plague, and let their young men be killed in battle. Let screaming be heard from their homes as warriors come suddenly upon them, for they have dug a pit for me, and they have hidden traps along my path. Lord, you know all about their murderous plots against me. Don't forgive their crimes and blot out their sins. Let them die before you. Deal with them in your anger. Woo. So like I said, family, you ain't got to believe nothing I say. That's on you. But I also say as well, don't believe nothing I say. But also, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little and there a little. With all thy getting, get understanding. Get understanding. Pray and seek the Most High. Just because you don't believe me, don't mean you shouldn't be studying and worshiping the Most High and looking to the Most High. And I'm about done, family. I want to say one more thing. I'm gonna get off with you. And I want to remind y'all. And I said I repeated this story before, but this is back to the time when I was in Texas, and I was working. Well, not working, but volunteering at this food. I forget what it's called right now. Food bank, yeah, where people go to get free food because either they're homeless or they just don't have the money right now to put food in their house. And the woman who ran it, her name was Miss Diana. And during this time, I was doing this a lot more, which I should be doing it more now. I've started up again, especially if you watch my recent videos. But I was doing it a lot more then, where I would put my Bible in front of me and I keep it closed and I pray to the Most High and ask the Most High to give me a word for the day, to give me understanding. What does the Most High want me to know today? And then I get on my knees, close my eyes, and I take a card, my ID or credit card, and then I ask the Most High to guide my hand with my eyes closed and place this card into the pages of the word where you want me to read this day. And this particular day, it was December 6th, 2017. I repeat, it was December 6th, 2017. And this day, the Most High took me to, hold on. This day, the Most High had me to read, took me to the book of Leviticus, chapter 8. And hold on. And I read Leviticus chapter 8. And as I read it, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really, at the moment, I didn't think too much of it. I was like, okay, well, interesting. You gave me this chapter today, Most High. I'm going to read it. I read it. And I wasn't really thinking too much of it. And then I went to the food bank, to go volunteer. And that day, Miss Diana, just this particular day, she said, she said she came to the back and got me. She's like, look, either she came to the back to get me or she sent someone to get me. I forget. Either way, I got a message that I need to go to her office. She needed to see me. So I went to see her in her office. And Miss Diana sits there and she talks to me. And she says to me, Lonnie, Elijah, she said the Most High gave me, she said the Most High wants me to do something for you. And she says, I want your permission. Will you give me permission to pray for you right now? She said, the Most High wants me to pray for you. I said, okay. I said, sure, Miss Diana, why not? And she starts praying for me. And she starts speaking in tongues. And I'm just standing there. And then she stops her prayer and she looks at me and she says, I need to ask your permission to do something. And then she said, this might sound kind of funny or kind of weird, but if you give me permission, just go along with it. I said, sure, Miss Diana, what is it? She said, do I have permission to touch you? And also, could you take off your right shoe? And I was like, okay, that's fine. And she continues to talk to me and tell me the Most High, and this is just me and her in the office right now. She starts to tell me that the Most High is telling me right now, it's 222 right now. That's one of my numbers, 222. I'm going to look that up just so y'all see as I'm talking about this story. But that's one of my numbers I see all the time, 222. That's one of my favorites. But Miss Diana tells me, she says the Most High is telling me to take oil and place it on your right ear and on your right big toe. And when she said that, my mind just lit up because I'm thinking to myself, like, now I'm sitting here like, because at first I'm like, okay, what's this about? But now my mind is like, hold on. The Most High just took me to Leviticus 8 today. And let me read Leviticus 8. The Lord said to Moses, now bring Aaron and his sons along with their special clothing, the anointed oil, the bull for the sin offering, the 2 rams and the basket of unleavened bread to the entrance of the tabernacle. Then call the entire community of Israel to meet you there. So Moses followed the Lord's instructions, and all the people assembled at the tabernacle entrance. Moses announced to them, the Lord has commanded what I'm now going to do. Then he presented Aaron and his sons and washed them with water. He clothed Aaron with the embroidered tunic and tied the sash around his waist. He dressed him in the robe of the ephod along with the ephod itself and attached the ephod with its decorative sash. Then Moses placed the chest piece on Aaron and put the Urim and Thummim inside it. He placed on Aaron's head the turban with the gold medallion at its front, just as the Lord had commanded. Then Moses took the anointing oil and anointed the tabernacle and everything in it, thus making them holy. He sprinkled the altar 7 times, anointing it, and all its utensils, and the wash basin, and its pedestal, making them holy. Then he poured some of the anointing oil on Aaron's head, thus anointing him and making him holy for his works. Next, Moses presented Aaron's sons and clothed them in their embroidered tunics, their sashes, and their turban, just as the Lord had commanded him. Then Moses brought in the bull for the sin offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on its head, and Moses slaughtered it. Moses took some of the blood with his fingers and put it on the 4 horns of the altar to purify it. He poured out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar. In this way, he set the altar apart as holy and made atonement for it. Hold on, family. He took all the fat around the internal organs, the lobe of the liver and the 2 kidneys and their fat, and he burned them all on the altar. The rest of the bull, including its hide, meat, and dung, was burned outside the camp, just as the Lord commanded Moses. Then Moses presented the ram to the Lord for the whole burnt offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on its head, and Moses slaughtered it. Then Moses took the ram's blood and sprinkled it against the side of the altar. Next he cut the ram into pieces and burned the head, some of its pieces, and the fat on the altar. After washing the internal organs and the legs with water, Moses burned the entire ram on the altar as a whole burnt offering. It was an offering given to the Lord by fire, very pleasing to the Lord. All this was done just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Next, Moses presented the second ram, which was the ram of ordination. Aaron and his sons laid their hands on his head, and Moses slaughtered it. Then Moses took some of its blood and put it on the lobe of Aaron's right ear, the thumb of his right hand, and the big toe of his right foot. Next he presented Aaron's sons and put some of the blood on the lobe of their right ears, the thumb of their right hand, and the big toe of their right feet. I know, look, I didn't say the thumb, family. It was in my mind when I was saying, but I haven't read this in so long because I try not to boast about things, and most people that I would tell this to, they wouldn't believe me, no way. But I'm sharing it right now because it's on my spirit to share. She put oil on my forehead. As a matter of fact, that wasn't the first time she didn't put anointing oil on my forehead. That's usually the go-to for most people. So she put oil on my forehead. She put it on my right earlobe. She put it on my right thumb, and she put it on my big toe. This is what she did to me that day. And it blew my mind because I'm sitting there like, I just read this. The Most High just brought me to this earlier. And then you know what else is crazy is I'm reading this, family, and I'm going to stop there. Y'all get the point. I don't need to read the rest. But I've been talking to these Mormons lately, right? And I've been reading these books that they gave me. And they gave me this one particular book concerning Joseph Smith. And it's about Joseph Smith's life. And they asked me to read it. And as I've been going through it, family, remember, family, I don't know if I told y'all, but I took them through some things that's been happening to me as I've been reading their book. And as I've been reading their book, there was a time, I told y'all, families on my spirit about the darkness, about the Most High, everything comes from the darkness. And then I gave y'all scriptures on the darkness, about how everything comes from the darkness. And then as I read this book of Joseph Smith, when the Most High first revealed himself to Joseph, the Most High first started revealing itself as a black dark cloud. But at first Joseph was scared. We're all scared of the darkness at first because we're in the flesh. Darkness scares us because we can't see. But in reality, look, there's even animals that live in there. There are animals that thrive in the darkness and they run from the light. But we're animals, we're beasts. Our souls possess beasts that run from the darkness and thrive in the light. But nonetheless, everything comes from the Most High. Nothing is evil. So I'm telling them about this darkness. And then another thing that happened in the Joseph Smith is the first time the Most High revealed himself to Joseph Smith is Joseph saw the forest around him on fire. Remember, family, on my page, I put those pictures up I took pictures of the sky one day. And I told you I was having a Moses moment, like a burning bush, and it looked like the trees in the picture were on fire, but they weren't. But no one else look, there was only one other dude who saw me looking at the sky, so he stopped and looked. And the sky was so different that day. It only lasted for like 5 to 10 minutes. What I saw, the Most High had me saw, and the trees were on fire. And this is what I saw in this book about Joseph Smith. And then the next thing that happened as I'm reading, when Joseph Smith, when the Most High was giving him the plates for the book of Nephi to bring to the people, this truth, the plates that were written on by our ancestors in the Americas, the day that he got the plates and he was running back to his house because the Most High told him to protect him, and he was telling people what the Most High was done, there were men who were money hungry who wanted to take the plates from him. And when he was running back to his house with the plates to hide them, he said 3 men attacked him and he was forced to defend himself. And you know what happened while he's defending himself? What he realized he did when he got home? He broke his hand. And I'm thinking to myself, family, when I broke my hand, when I got in a fight with this person, What led to this fight, one of the arguments, before we got in an argument because I was trying to get my neighbor a Book of Mormon. And he decided that he wanted to start spouting off things saying that, oh, the Book of Mormon teaches about worshiping Lucifer or whatever. And me and him got a big argument. I told him, man, shut up. Stop talking about stuff you don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say shut up, but I told him to stop talking about it. But basically, in other words, yeah, I was telling him to shut up in a way. Fast forward a few days, this man, dang it. The sound card, hold on. In the name of Yahushua Mashiach of Nazareth, the sound card is working. It said the sound card went off again. So in the name of Yahushua Mashiach of Nazareth, the sound card is working. So anyway, a few days later, this man, like I said, is trying to attack me, walking up my stairs to my home. And one of the things he said is, I'm tired of your God. That's one of the things that came out of his mouth. I was like, what? And he be one of the main ones, you know, Christian type people talking about the Bible, oh, and this and that, God. But then he tell me he tired of my God. I said, what? Okay, so anyway, like I said, we get in the fight. I defend myself, end up breaking my hand. At the end, look, the Most High protected me. I was good at the end of that. So anyway, I don't want to, look, I'm not proud of it, but keep going. And then a few days later, these Mormon girls show up. And this Mormon guy. Well, he came later. But anyway, my point is, we start having Bible study, the four of us. And they come and they bring me this book about Joseph Smith. And I'm reading it. And as I'm reading it, it's almost like the Most High is making is showing me similarities between me and this man. And as I'm reading this, something I didn't realize, then Moses placed the chest piece on Aaron and put the Urim and Thummim inside it. And how did Joseph Smith decipher the Mormon Bible when he had the golden plates? God gave him a Urim and Thummim to be able to read the ancient writings of our ancestors. So I'm using this as a witness to you, family, to end this video off. This Book of Mormon, once again, is our history, family. If you don't have you one, get you one. Read it, study it, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little and there a little. And if you are truly on this path, if you are truly a walker on this path with me, I guarantee you, it will, as the Most High is my witness, it will have agreement with your soul and your spirit because it goes in alignment with the word. Matter of fact, it brings truth. It approves the first stick, which is the first stick is a word. When you talk about the Bible in the Book of Mormon, it's the two sticks. The first stick is the Bible, which comes from the mouths of our ancestors who were in the land of Judea. And the second stick is the golden plates, which come from our Indian ancestors here in the Americas, aka Atlantis. So, family, I'm right now witnessing to you the Book of Mormon. I am a witness to the Book of Mormon that this is our history. It is for us to read it and to study it, to bring this truth back to our people. This is our history, family. This land, these lands of America, Atlantis is our land. It is our birthright, our inheritance. And it's coming back to us, whether the enemy likes it or not, whether you like it or not. It's coming back to us, our inheritance. The true Garden of Eden is here in the Americas. The true Garden of Eden is here, or it's a little bit past Canada. What they call the North Pole is up there, but regardless, it's in this hemisphere. It's not in Africa and the Middle East. Why they want what they want you to think. The Garden of Eden is not over there. The Garden of Eden is over here, family. But with all, hey, family, but anyway, I'm done. That's my witness. I'm at 1 hour and 44 minutes, and I want to cut it short there because I believe I said everything I needed to. So without further ado, family, that was like my message, my sign that I'm done. That's my confirmation. I am a healthy, wise, strong, protected, celestial being. Shalom, family. Shalom. All praise to the Most High.